to Sega Tech Chats.
Robots are gaining many new capabilities, and while the humanoid robots get attention for doing backflips and parkour, the less glamorous industrial and service robots are providing more meaningful functionality. If we add some AI and it leads to the robot apocalypse, you can start the finger pointing with Kai Lee from Meanwell and Scott Phillips from Sager. They're here to talk about innovations and power solutions for robotics applications, and hopefully they'll tell us about some secret kill switch in case we ever need it. Welcome to Sager Tech Chats. Kai, let's start off with how you look at robots in a general sense.
There are many types of robots, and the robots can be generally categorized into many different types of functions, features, and types of services they provide. So for the product categorizations, we are separating them into industrial robots and service robots. And for the industrial robots, they typically serve the manufacturing sectors, and they're usually mounted in a fixed location and perform repetitive tasks, and they are usually only designed to perform particular tasks or programmed to do a certain task. And for the service robots, they're a bit more flexible, and they are typically designed to perform useful tasks for humans, and they're not limited just to industrial settings like the production line. And they're able to perform various tasks in different environments, and they're often mobile. So as a result, they're more difficult to design, implement, and maintain.
And what do you look at when powering these different types of robots?
So robotic arms is a very common type of industrial robots, and they are also known as articulated robots. And within these robotic arms, the motion are usually driven by various types of motors. So there are servo motors and stepper motors are very commonly used. So servo motors offer high torque, high speed, and they're usually lower in price, but they're less accurate. Whereas stepper motors are able to offer more accurate positioning and speed control. And so this also requires more fine-tuned and more careful control of the power to the motors. So now let's talk about the service robots and the suitable power solutions that we have prepared for them. Automated non-stationary robots is a common type for service robots. So they are typically integrated with batteries, and they require chargers. And they usually work with direct chargers that support two-stage battery charging, and also indirect charge by system controllers that handle the charging, the BMS functions. And they usually take constant voltage power supplies with constant current limiting as its operating protection mode. And for these robots, the manufacturers usually work to design both portable or stationary charger solutions. So the portable would be for, say, plug and play and rescue operations. If the robot is out of battery, stuck somewhere, then they need the portable charger to charge it. And then during the normal use, say in a warehouse setting, they have dedicated stationary charger locations or charging docks for these robots to return to and get charged.
Kai, the need for battery chargers and power supplies exists in many of the warehouse robots being designed. Does Meanwell offer any solutions that incorporate a single unit that can do both?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So for our latest generation of the charger, the stationary chargers, the Npb and the Npp series products, we actually have the dedicated power supply plus charger model that is called the Npp series, and it covers 450 watt to 1700 watt application. So for the Npp, it can be configured by the user on the fly as either a charger or a power supply. And also, together in the same product family, we have the Npb, which comes in both basic models, that's lower power, that just performs the dedicated charging curve, or the intelligent version that's higher power, 450 watt and above until 1700 watt charger that is able to be programmed, and also comes with a new auto sensing function that can work for a very wide range of lithium-ion batteries. So for example, for our 12-volt model, it's able to support battery charging voltage range of 10.5 to 21 volt. So for the higher voltage models, similarly, it supports this kind of 2-to-1, very wide range of charging operation. So the NPB and NPP series, they are a newer product family that replaces the older generation of products. And one of the main features that when we design these, we design them to be as user-friendly as possible. So we integrate a lot of the features into the power supply, the charger's faceplate. So this includes the 3-stage to 2-stage charging switch. So the user can quickly adjust the charging curve based on what type of batteries that are used, because for lead acid, they prefer 3-stage charging. But for lithium ion, they have to use the 2-stage charging that comes with the chargers. And the VL and IL, the voltage, the charging voltage and charging current can be easily adjustable on these models as well, just from the built-in potentiometer. And I also do want to mention that for the 120 to 360 watt models, the smaller power models, we've designed them to be more flexible. So we offer 3 different connector types off the shelf for the users to choose from. So we have the standard DIN connectors or the Anderson connectors, as well as terminal blocks for customers to directly wire to. And for the 450 watt and plus models, because they're for higher power applications, that's typically not suitable for direct plug and play with the connectors. Then we only offer the terminal block versions for the higher power models. And a quick example of the NPB application, one of our customers, they're using the NPB 360-24, so that's the 360 watt charger, 24 volt model, to charge a 24 volt battery that's built inside of a mobile car lift. And this car lift design is actually intended to be wireless. So this is because for the application, for the environment that it's usually used in, the end users don't want any AC cables or wiring around the car lifts when they're working on the cars, because that creates a hazard at the workplace. So they rely on chargers to charge the batteries and have the lift to operate off of the battery. And another example is for a portable charger for AMR. So these are autonomous mobile robots, and they perform various functions such as building inspections or maintenance of the facility. So the NPB product series, as the both portable and stationary charger, they are able to be plugged quickly into the wall and charge the robots as needed.